Hello, Typin' Piper here. New name, sort of a new channel. So, if you're wondering what I am smoking, it would be Cornell and Deal. Very good. It's kind of a meh Cavendish Burley blend with, let's see here, touch of Virginia, vanilla flavor, drizzle of raspberry, which I don't know what constitutes as a drizzle, but it's not much. I do enjoy aromatics, which is what this is. Just doesn't I guess fit my criteria for a good blend. It's very earthy. I've heard that about Cornell and Deal. This is the first one I've come across that actually fits that category for me. But moving on to other things, country still seems to be dealing with the school shooting, and we have a president who not once mentioned guns, talked about mental illness, which I find to be hilarious because it's the Republican Party that since the 80s has dismantled our mental health facilities, defunded. You had Reagan saying that all these people who are locked up that needed therapy and pills and all sorts of other things to be somewhat normal, oh, they can go out in the public and take care of themselves and stop by and pick up their pills when they need it. Where I live, this city was founded on an insane asylum. We had the insane asylum here. We also had Upjohn, which used the asylum to test certain drugs that they were looking to put on the market. So this town definitely has a mental health issue. And I can remember almost 20 years ago, it was 2000, 2001, somewhere around there, we had a college student that went to the bus station, was looking to go home for the holidays, and was beaten to death by a homeless person who was formerly a psychiatric patient, had not gone to pick up their meds for 2 or 3 weeks, and was hearing voices, went into the bathroom, beat this guy to death, young guy, and nothing's really changed. 20 years later, you can still find a website about it, telling the story about this guy that, just no reason for him to be dead. There's no reason this other guy shouldn't have been getting treatment somewhere. And, somebody out there might use that as an argument of, well, see, it's not guns killing people. That guy could have gone out and bought a gun. Maybe not an AR because, Clinton's ban was still in effect at that time. So, President Trump wants to send out thoughts and prayers, which, in my opinion, is a polite, socially acceptable way of telling all the victims and their families to go fuck themselves. Because, hey, I'm talking to my imaginary friend, and he's going to do something about it. You also have Marco Rubio, who I'm hoping just fired himself, because quote, "We don't make the rules," is something that he said the day after the shooting. Your job title is a lawmaker. You make laws. Last time I checked, laws were rules placed on the society that you overlook. So if you don't think you make the rules, are you just a glorified welfare queen? And my hero for this week is a girl named Sarah who goes to the school that had the shooting. And when she saw President Trump, she called him a fucking asshole. Kudos to that girl. Switching news, and probably the last thing that I'll talk about. Dunhill officially stated that they're no longer making pipe tobacco. And I know that there's a lot of guys that are upset and sad and crying and trying to buy up whatever is left on the market, and they want their morning blend and they want their evening blend, which everyone I know who has tried the evening blend says you have to be careful. The nicotine is so high it'll make you sick, possibly vomit, and yet they like it. So there's a lot of masochists in the pipe smoking community. But in my opinion, with some of the Dunhill stuff that I've tried, it's not really a loss. It's overpriced, it's mediocre at best, and this is just my opinion. I'm no expert. I just like trying different stuff. As you can tell, I'm just all over the place when it comes to this. But, I was not excited about the morning blend. Yeah, it was a nice, sweet blend that I could see somebody starting a day off with, but I've had better. I've had Wild Hair, which I thought had more flavor, had sweeter, burned better. Like with Dunhill, like the pipe was excessively hot all the time. I know that the Virginias have a lot of sugar, but I was getting a better flavor and a cooler smoke with Wild Hair, so why would I go with Dunhill? That's just my opinion. I'm not seeing where this is going to be a total catastrophic pipe apocalypse event of non-recovery. And if anything, it's probably a stunt where they're going to wait and see how many complaints they get, how many people demand them to start making pipe tobacco again. And then they'll flood the market at a slightly higher price, saying, hey, this is a limited run. We haven't been doing this for a while. We can only get these small batches of this or that in order to make these blends because we lost all of our contacts. So, if anything, it's just a scam to charge more money and, unfortunately, take advantage of people who have become dependent or just really enjoy their blends for some weird reason. I'd almost like to say Dunhill's like the Kardashian of pipe tobacco. Overrated, fake ass, just... when it comes down to it, just is a name with a ghetto taste behind it. So anyways, that's my thoughts for today. Post your comments if you feel the need to. Questions, comments, death threats, whatever. See you later.